Hey guys, back tonight. Tonight I am doing like a twist on a recipe called coq au vin. It is, again, chicken and wine. Like, it's really simple. There's nothing really huge to it. It's French, so it's like, one of those like pinky out dishes. It does call for pearl onions. I found some in the store. It was $4, and I'm not going to do that. So, fuck that noise. Yeah. I'm not paying $4 for some fucking onions, especially like just because they're not ready yet, essentially. So, yeah. But I'm doing mashed potatoes with it as well. I've already got a lot of my prep work done to help move things along. In here is like 3 medium to large like mashed taters, some garlic. It's already on the heat. Cold water, always remember cold water for your taters. In here, I'm going to do some butter. I'm going to do my mushrooms. These are sliced baby bella portabello mushrooms. They're from Publix, so I trust that they're clean. Are they clean? No, they're not clean. So we'll be cleaning these now. All right, Publix. I see you there. Put these in the colander, cold water. Give a really good wash. What you should do is go through and wipe each one of them individually down with a damp cloth. Because you should never actually like wash mushrooms like this or submerge them. But I'm not trying to sit here all fucking night talking to you about some bullshit while I wash mushrooms individually. So the mushrooms will have to be done in batches, though. That is indeed the thing. Their oven on 375, because the whole thing's going to go in the oven afterwards and cook for about half an hour or so. It's going to help, like, thicken it up a bit. Go ahead and start putting some more mushrooms in here. Now, when I was watching the Julia Child movie, Julie and Julia, I learned that, like her, cooking mushrooms wrong. You need to give them plenty of space in the pan so that they can brown. If you put them together, then they essentially, the steam comes out of the sides of the mushrooms, hits the other one, and it starts boiling it instead of browning it. You want it browned. So, again, mushrooms have to be done in shifts because of this. If you've never done mushrooms like this, I highly, highly fucking recommend it because it is game changing. I did it before and I have not looked back since because it was so fucking good. But yeah, just like 2 batches should be plenty, honestly. You want a little bit of space in between them. So let those sit there. This is the pot I'm going to cook everything in. It's kind of small, but I don't really need a whole lot. So a little bit of oil in there. What is that? Oh, you came out. Fuck off. Okay. Since I'm not trying to fuck up 17 pans tonight, this is also going to be done in shifts. I'm doing this chicken same as I did the scallopini the other night. Just going to lightly flour, knock off all the excess, put it in there, fry it off. We'll do like 2 at a time. And this way, when they're done, I'll just set them aside in the bowl and move on. And come back. So, wash my hands real quick because these mushrooms are a bit high. Here's the absolute bestest fun part is flipping all of the mushrooms individually now. You want to get a good little color on them. They cook fairly fast, like you saw. This is on, it was on like a, between high and medium high, now it's like a medium high. And just some salted butter. Always cook mushrooms in butter. Never cook mushrooms in oil. It's nowhere near as good. But, you know, butter. Flip all these over, move them around, make sure they're not touching. Okay. That's in there. I'm not going to touch anything else until I'm done with the chicken. I'm not seasoning the chicken as I normally would. There's no flour, there's no seasoning or anything in the flour here. Simply because I'm adding chicken stock to this, which is already, you know, fairly salty. I'm going to use one of my stock cubes. I'm adding bacon, which of course is like salty already. There's salt in the butter. So salt's coming at us from a lot of different angles here. And to avoid everything being just way too damn salty, I'm not going to salt my chicken. Again, good dredging flour. Over here. Pop, 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 pop. Knock off the excess. Just finish with the scallopini. Pop in there. And let that cook for like 5 to 10 minutes. Let's get a little bowl for the mushrooms because these are pretty much done. Trying to knock them into the pan without losing too much of my fat in here. But I did have an extra thing of butter over here just in case. I knew that was going to happen basically. Smear, smear, smear. Start. So the mushrooms will still have a little bit of the bite to them that we all like know and love. Like a little bit of that meatiness that you expect from mushrooms, while really adding a whole different like texture and level of flavor to them. Like this is, the French know what the fuck they're doing when it comes to food. I mean, the flavor is an art form. In Japan, it's cooking is the art form, and it's very much similar in France as well. But in France, it's just here's how you're gonna die this week. You know, fucking strap in. Got a couple little ones left. I'm just going to sprinkle them around. Move it all around. Get that fat all mixed in. Now, set them there and don't fucking touch them. Okay. Are you going to boil tonight? Like, what's going on? Like, you feel like you've been on for like 3 weeks at this point. But hello, Eric. Hello, Audrey. I'm going to do one more piece of chicken. A little bit too close. With the bacon, we don't go through bacon quickly enough, so I'm just going to throw some like a packet of bacon bits in there. They're the real bacon pieces though, so we're trying to get the flavor and the fat from that. Got some Parmesan for our cheese, and we're going to saute some onions in this. Leftover butter here as soon as the mushrooms are done. The chicken, you just want to get a little bit of color on it. If you don't cook it all the way through, that's totally fine. You don't have to cook this all the way through. Again, it's going to go in the oven for about a half an hour, which is guaranteed to cook and kill anything, so there's no worry about anything right there. Now it's time to turn these mushrooms. Yum. I love the golden brown color they get. Oh, fuck yes. And this smell is just divine. It smells like something totally different. It reminds me of when I do boeuf bourguignon, which I will not be doing for this, simply because it takes 4 fucking hours. And that's me doing it with every fucking cheat and hack I could possibly think of and find. So the first time I did it took me 8 hours, but I got it down to just 4. So. Actually, when this is done, I'm just going to put it right into the bowl with the mushrooms. You know, why not, right? So a lot of French food is about essentially cooking everything separately and then adding it together and cooking it again. So, yeah. I mean, I wish I could think of a better way to say it, but I can't, because that's kind of what it is. Like, everything has to be cooked, then cooked again. But since it's all done with such care and expertise, nothing ever tastes bad. Nothing ever tastes like it's actually going way further than it needs to. Everything tastes like they brought it just to the point. So I'm going to use a lot of butter and a lot of braising, which is really good. Cooking it in like a little bit of liquid in an oven, which is similar to what we're going to do here in this pot when it's all done. So, these mushrooms is done. Again, scooping them out because I'm not trying to add any more fat to this dish than I have to. Because there's still some butter in here, and I can use the rest of this butter to do the onions. Which normally just be the 2 kinds of onions and the pearl onions as well, but again, I'm not paying $4 for some tiny ass onions. Even the guy at the grocery store, I found somebody working produce, and I stayed away, and I asked him, like, you know, do y'all have other pearl onions, like smaller ones? He's like, no, unfortunately we don't. Okay. See, I got a good color on this side and a good color on this side. And even if it's not 100% cooked through, get that off the heat for right now because it's just cooking oil. It's just cooking oil at this point. Splatterage. Take care of that real quick. Toss. A little bit of splatterage real fast. Okay, that's done. Well, these are tiny pieces of chicken. So, and hold on, yep, I did. That's not too long. Okay. These are really low, so I'm going to do 2 more pieces. I think I got the pack that had like the last bits in it. Hey Amy, hey Brad. Again, we're using the flour here because when it all goes in together, it's going to pull the crust off of the chicken. We're going to stir it up, and it's going to actually make it like a thicker sauce for us. Let me do a quick wash. Wash my colander so I don't have to dirty up another one. Color on these onions. There we go. Get a little bit of char on the onions, as you can see. Just a touch. You don't want a whole lot. You don't want to burn them, of course. You just want to give it a color to be noticeable on there. Okay, I'm done with this plate now. This is the chicken I'm doing. Put this in the trash. Go ahead and open this. Some little tomato paste. But yeah. Supposed to put carrots in here too. I don't really want to put carrots in it. I don't like. It adds a good sweetness that I don't care for in this particular dish. But if you wanted to add carrots, you can, of course. Again, same rules follow as every other thing you've ever fucking cooked or ever seen me cook. You want it to be essentially the same size as everything else so that it doesn't like fuck anything up. That pan's done. Turn that burner off. Color. Okay, this is a bit too much grease, so we're going to put this in that frying pan that's just sitting there right now. We're going to save the little bits at the bottom because we do want some oil in here, of course. And where is it hiding? We've got our bottle of red wine. This is a good merlot. Put about a cup and a half in there. Did I open this already? I did. Go me. A couple good spoonfuls of tomato paste. I'm going to use a whisk. Actually, whisk this in. I can do it without fucking knocking it all over the damn place. Sure. Turn that down a smidge. I'm going to add all of that back to it. Okay, this is on a good medium heat. Let me get some thyme. A lot more thyme. I know this dish specifically requires it. One thing you can do to save time with your time, take the whole damn thing, just put it in there. It'll be fine. So you can pull it out later when you get ready to serve. A little bit falls off into your dish. It's fucking fine. You're gonna eat the shit anyway. So trash. Yes. Use our cheap ass bacon. Let me get actually a decent spoon for this. So, yeah. Kind of getting in here, mix this up. Let this get nice and thick and rich. Okay. Notice I did not put any garlic in. I put a shit ton of garlic in the mashed potatoes, like 4 cloves, because I wanted to accompany it. So let that simmer for like 2 or 3 minutes. We're also going to chop up, of course, some parsley to go on top at the end. So, but oh, the smell, son of a bitch. Oh. I did not add the stock cube or the water. Shit. It's fine. It hasn't gone in the oven yet. My stock cube and a cup of water. I cook this night with potatoes, so I'm going to cut the stock cube up in a couple little pieces, give it a head start, breaking down. This is going to have, like, you know, the garlic, onions, all that fun flavors and shit in it anyway, because it's a stock cube, not a broth cube. So just add a little bit of water. There we go. Okay. That's looking good. It's nice and thin. Let it simmer for like another 2 minutes. Get that stock flavor infused. While I see if I have a lid for this son of a bitch. That's not it. Is that it? Nope. Okay. Here, lid. Maybe. My ass cracking you off, but you can't see it. Baby?
Yeah?
Do you know where the lids are for my pots?
For your what?
I'm looking for a lid. That's it. Shut up. Wait. Hold on. Ha! Found it. Thank you. He's so helpful, isn't he? Okay. At this point, since we have everything in here that's going to go in here, we do want to give it a taste for seasoning. Oh, and the pepper. Son of a bitch. Oh, I can smell it. Again, as always, salt and pepper, everything to taste. We like pepper, so always add a good bit. But let's see what it tastes like now. Now remember, the liquid itself is, so you got time. That's fucking yummy. It is so fucking good. Now, I'm gonna let it go ahead. Cook like that. And I'm gonna put it in the oven for the next, say, 30 minutes. So, I'll set my oven timer. Actually, Google, hey Google, set a timer for 25 minutes.
25 minutes, and that's starting now.
Oh yeah. All right, this way, we don't have to worry about it because the timer's set. I'm doing 25 minutes because I'm still have plenty of the bread left and I want to use it. So, go ahead and toss that bread in there. These taters look nice and good. That has been off enough for it to cool down. Let your taters cool down a lot before you even think about adding any heat to them. Because essentially they're just steaming off at this point, and the steam is what's coming off. The more steam that comes off, and that means the less water is going to be in your potatoes, and the more butter they're going to want to try to absorb. So I've got just over half a stick of butter here that's going to go into these. They just have to sit there for about 2 or 3 minutes. Also have some Parmesan right there ready to go. Get these out of my life. And go ahead and grab some parsley. Yeah. Yummy, yummy parsley. Get this a quick rinse, just in case. A lot of the parsley and stuff you get in most groceries, like commercial grocery stores, like, you know, Walmart, Publix, stuff like that, it's grown in sands. A lot of the greens are. So, I don't remember if I washed it or not when I brought it in. So, it's another quick little wash. And grab a good handful there. Yeah. So, you want to make sure you get the sand and stuff off of your parsley. And of course, wash everything when it comes in. I was just very tired yesterday. I don't recall if I did it or not. So, better safe than sorry. Now, most of this, or a good bit of this, is going to go as my garnish on top. But I'm also going to put some of it in the potatoes as well. Are you still on? Oh shit, off, okay. Like, why is that still just steady getting, like, heat in the back of my hand? Did y'all see apparently they're doing a Snowpiercer show or something? Like, it kind of pissed me off. If you haven't seen it, it's an amazing fucking movie. About a train that has a forever engine and a caste system. Highly recommend it. It was on Netflix when I saw it, but it's been a while. I don't know at this point. It was too damn good to not fucking buy that shit. And it has Chris Evans, whom I love. Okay. Now the steam is about half done off these. You guys see that they are looking dry to the touch. So pop those back in there. We did not salt these at all. So salt. Potato that fell. butter. Now I'm cutting the butter up into some chunks just to again give it a little bit of a head start. Getting off. Oh, that part's the parsley's gone. Just give it a little bit of a head start. Because what I'm essentially about to do is just start mashing. Did I cut this twice? Just once? Okay, cool. Whatever. I think it's in here. Yeah. Get my masher. And when I cook the garlic potatoes, I actually put the garlic in with the potatoes to boil, so I get the garlic infused into every bit. And then I mash it in. I do not pull my garlic cloves out. Never saw the point in that. I paid for this. I want to eat this. We are going to add a bit of milk to this as well. Or if we were going real French, heavy cream. I do have heavy cream. I'm just not trying to add it right now. But I want to mash it for a couple minutes first. Try to get as much of that in there as I can. Because the more you mash it before you start adding extra liquids, the better texture, or the smoother texture you'll get. Simply because adding liquids is going to help it move from you. If it doesn't have any liquid, doesn't have much liquid in it, it has to stay and it gets mashed. These look phenomenal already. I'm not going to add a lot of milk. Just a little splash. So I want them kind of thick. So. Okay. How you taste? Didn't know. So yeah. Oh. My arm's tired. Cooking's a workout, y'all. I love you too, Paige. And I will always talk garlic with you, girl. Come on, let's do this. And splash of milk. That's probably too much. Oh well. It's empty. Before y'all say shit about me drinking out of the carton in my own goddamn house, it was empty. Well, it wasn't empty. I killed it. Y'all, the smells coming from this oven are just like, oh my god. Yeah. Put a little bit too much milk in here, but that's fine. See, it's still fairly thick. Ah, that's garlicky. What are you? Butter. Okay. Ugh. You know, I'm trying this thing where I'm keeping my cilantro and my parsley on the counter now instead of the fridge. Because the parsley kept fairly well in the fridge in a thing of water. The cilantro did not. So, put them both in the water yesterday. Let's see what the hell goes down with them. Just keep getting like whiffs of fresh parsley. I can smell the wine. I can smell the garlic. I can smell the bacon. Oh my god. Son of a bitch. Hey Google, how much time do I have left?
There's 16 minutes and 33 seconds left.
This is about to be a real short video, y'all. Yeah, because these are done. So, The only thing really left for me to do now is just honestly clean up. So, put that in there. Okay. Those are done. So, I'm going to grate some parm into them. That's right. That's what else I wanted to do. That's why this fucking cheese out. A little bit of Parmesan in there. French love their stinky cheese. This is Italian cheese. It's basically next door. So, at me, Frenchman. I don't really care. Come for me. You don't like it, don't fucking eat it. I like it, so I won't fucking eat it. It's one of my favorite things to fucking tell anybody. At me. Like, I don't fucking care. I'm out here trying to live my best life. I suggest you do the damn thing. This is a much better stirring utensil. This one comes to that part. That Parmesan. This is like my favorite spoon, and it's like splintering off and breaking, and it's pissing me off. I mean, I definitely got my money's worth, so I can't be too mad, but I still wanted it to last another 30, 40 years. Maybe I'll turn it into some kind of decor or something when I'm done. I don't know. But yeah, that's done now. Got a little bit of parts left on my board right here. I'm going to use as a garnish when I do officially plate everything up. It's going to look amazing. It's going to taste amazing because it already smells amazing. But yeah, okay, that's coq au vin in 30 minutes. So, and that's just been in the oven for like, what, 15 minutes at this point? So yeah, 45 minutes. You have an amazing, like, French dish that is just astoundingly fucking good. With mashed potatoes. And if you want to add them to the side, go right ahead. Again, I'm going to throw some bread in there in a couple minutes. Well, when the timer goes off, I'm going to put the bread in. I'm going to let it come out for like 5 minutes, let it cool down just a scotch. So, in the meantime, I'm going to start tidying up this shit and get ready for dinner. So, thank y'all very much for watching, and I hope to see y'all again soon. Tomorrow night will be poutine, by the way.